Hey guys, welcome back to IB Online. This is Abdul, your computer science instructor. In today's lecture, we would be discussing about bubble sort. Sir, what is bubble sort? Uh, why are you using the word bubble inside it? We are going to understand each and everything. Do keep some patience and bear with me. So, without further ado, let's hop on to the topic. Now, what is meant by the word sorting? To sort means to arrange, right? To arrange something in a particular order. To arrange something, or obviously you would be arranging something, to arrange in a particular order. Order, right? Now, we have two arrays in front of us. The first one is num and the second one is name. Let's give the index numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Right? If you look over here at first, and I ask you to sort it out for me, what are you going to do? And you know all the elements that are kept in front of you, right? So you'll be like, sir, first of all, what kind of sorting do you want? Like from minimum number to maximum or from maximum to minimum? So I'll be like, okay, this means you are asking about ascending order or descending order. Yes, sir, I am asking you the same thing. Okay, kid, do it in ascending order. So understand one thing. Ascending means going from lowest to greatest, and descending means going from greatest towards the lowest. Okay, so right now I am asking you to arrange num for me in, or to sort num for me in ascending order. So I am writing over here in ascending order, and I'll write over here in descending order. And you'll be like, okay, I can do it. And I'll be like, go forward. So you'll say in ascending order, this means that the lowest number would be at 1 and the greatest number would be at 6, right? Which means that I have to find the lowest number first. Oh, this is the lowest number and it is at 1. So it is pretty much sorted over here. And the greatest number is at 60. Yeah, pretty much. So what about these numbers? Are these sorted? So 10 is greater than 50 and 20 is greater than 10. These are good. But 5 is less than these two. So you should be doing it like this. Keep 10 over here. Place 5 here. And then 20 here. Then 5 here. And now, sir, it is sorted. So I'll be like, is it? You'll be like, yeah. Lowest number, minus 50, then 5, then 10, then 20, then 30, and then finally 60. I'll be like, okay, good enough. Now go for descending order. Sir, it is given in string. Yes, kid. So I have to apply the like on the basis of ASCII value, I'm going to take the decisions. Yes, kid. Okay, so over here, the descending order means to go from the highest towards the lowest. So this means A, B, C. Okay, C is going to come, then D, E, F, G. Okay, let me go for I, O, A, S, C, and again A. So this is with R, this one is with B. Let's see which one is going to come first. For the descending order, I think O is going to come first. O, P, Q, R, S. No, S is going to come first, and then O, and then after that I, then C should come, then AR should come, and then AB should come. Sir, why AR and after why AB? You guys if you don't remember it, go towards my if condition questions and the lectures. Over there, I have taught you people why am I putting it in this way, because the first character is the same and we are comparing the second character, then B is smaller than R in that way. So this means right now, if you want to sort it out, you would be like, okay, I don't want IV over here. I want Samat to be placed at first, and then online is at the right place. Abdus should not be here. IV should be here, and then C should be here, CS, and then array should be here, and Abdus should come at the end. Now, sir, it is sorted. Up Samad online IV, CS array Abdus. So this is going to be the sequence. Yes, kid. Sir, tell me one thing. Is this bubble sort? No, kid. So what have we done? You have done just the sorting in a regular way, but it does not happen in this way in the computer, which means that you have to have a systematic way to make it happen. Now, we are going to understand why is it called bubble sort, but let's understand few things first. But even before starting anything, I would tell you that there are a lot of sorting methods. Right now, we are only understanding bubble sort, one of them. Okay. Now let's come towards the first thing that you need to understand, that is concept of swapping. For an instance, if I say that A has a value of 2 and B has a value of 3. Okay, now I am saying if I write output A and then I write output B, the thing that should be printed on screen should be, I'll make a line over here and I'll write over here screen. The thing that should be printed on screen should be 3 and 2. The value of A should be printed as 2. Sorry, the value of A should be printed as 3 and the value of B should be printed as 2. Like these two should get swapped. Now, how are you going to do this? So, let's see. First of all, understand few things. Let me put it over here because I'll be needing some space here and these numbers over here. Now, there should be some lines that we are missing, that we have to produce, right? For that, what you need to do is, first of all, understand one more thing. For an instance, if I talk about memory, I'll make two blocks. The first one, the second one, and the third one. The first one is called A, the second one is called B, and the third one is called, say, temporary. Temporarily, we have made it. Now, A has a value of 2, B has a value of 3. If you are, sorry, goodness, if you are going to put the value of B in and copy it and like try to paste it inside A, what is going to happen? 2 is going to get deleted and 3 will be left in both the places. Likewise, if you want to do it with 2, if you want to copy it and you want to paste it inside B, like you want to take it and paste it inside B, so the value of 3 is going to get lost and 2 is going to be stored inside it. Now, because 3 is lost and it is nowhere to be found, you cannot put it or you cannot transfer it to A, right? And we are going to be in a trouble. To avoid it, what we can do is, first of all, Let's keep the value of B inside temp. Okay. Now let's make it our first step. Now, then comes going for the value of temp to be, no, the value of A to be inside B, because we have stored the value of B already in temp. So this is going to be our second step, where 3 is going to be erased and 2 is going to be copied and pasted inside B. Now that we are done with this, now what do we need to do? We need to put the value of temp in A. Okay, so it is going to be of this sort. We are going to write 3, and inside A, 3 is going to be stored. Right now, if you see, we have successfully placed 3 inside A and 2 inside B. Right? What are the lines going to be? First of all, the first line of swapping is going to be, you have to transfer in temp, you need to put the value of B, right? Then you have to put the value of A in B, and then finally you are going to put the value of temp inside A. Right? After doing, like after executing these 3 lines, your code will be done, and you have successfully swapped the variables. So we saw this line, we stored 2 and 3 previously, and then we run these 3 lines, and then we checked what was happening in the memory, and then we finally output it on screen, and we saw what was happening in this screen. I'll just write over here the memory, whatever was happening in the memory I have shown you people, and this is the code. I hope it is clear. Now let's move on towards understanding the concept of bubble sort and what happens in it. First of all, let's start off with this point number 1. At 1, I have kept index, and just above 1 is going to be index plus 1, right? If the value of index is, say, is 1, then the value of index plus 1 is going to be 2. If the value of index is 5, the value of index plus 1 is going to be 6, just 1 above index. Okay. Now, what is the value of top? 6. Why 6? Because it is the last position of the array or the last element. Okay, so we have kept it over here. Now, sir, why top? Like, what is the meaning of top? Now, you should be understanding this, that top tells you that anything or the point after which everything is sorted. So this is the point after which everything is sorted. Now tell me one thing. Is there anything above 6? No. So this means everything is unsorted right now. There is nothing that is sorted. So that is the reason why I have placed 6. At 6, I have placed top. I hope as of now it is clear. Now, index is being used over here to check the elements for swapping. Okay, index and index plus 1 gets compared. So these two pointers, I would say, because they are pointing towards the addresses, these two pointers are used for comparison. Okay. And then there is temp, which we are going to use as the temporary variable to help with swapping two values. I hope till here everything that I have drawn here is clear. Last but not the least, this big thing is called RAM. And inside RAM, particularly, we are talking about an array. So this is an array, and especially a 1D array. I hope everything is clear. Now I am going to run this whole thing. You see this part, right? And let's analyze it. First thing first, index value that is -10 is going to be compared with index plus one element that is 8. So what is the greater one? Or I'll say I am sorting in ascending order. So the order is ascending, right? Now, what do we need to do? First of all, if we are going for ascending order, this means the greater number should be at the end and the smallest number should be at start, right? So is -10 smaller than this one? Yes. So we are going to go towards the next one. What is going to happen? Is 3 or is 8 greater than 3? Yes, it is greater than 3. This means that 8 needs to be here. 3 is going to come here. 8 is going to come back here. Right? I hope it is clear. Now we are going to go towards next point and we'll see, is 8 greater than 4? Yes, it is. So we are going to place 8 here and we are going to place 4 here and 8 will be back here, right? Now we will go and check these two. What is going to happen here? 8 is going to come here, 10 is going to, sorry, no. 8 is not greater than 10, so they are not going to get swapped, right? And then we are going to go for another value and we are going to see that 10 is greater than 5. So what is going to happen? 10 is going to come here, 5 is going to come here, and 10 is going to be back here. Once you have sorted this, so 10 is the greatest number and it is kept at 6, right? Right now, what you need to do, you need to place top a little bit one downwards. What does that mean? It means that the above element is sorted, right? Because I told you people the point after which everything is sorted. So 10 is sorted and that is the reason why I have kept top a bit down now. Now what are you going to do? You are going to reset these to 1 and 2. Now is 10 greater than minus 10 greater than 3? No. We are going to move a bit up. Is 3 greater than 4? No. We are going to move a bit up. Is 4 greater than 8? Okay. No. Shall I move forward? Yes, sir. Is 8 greater than 5? Yes, it is. So they should get swapped. Now, kids, although I am doing it like this shows that I am going for cut paste, but it does not happen in this way. Actually, this gets copied and the value of whatever the value is, it is stored inside temp. Then this value is deleted while this value gets copied and pasted here, right? And we get rid of this one, and then 5 is deleted and this 8 is copied from temp and pasted over here. In reality, this happens, but right now I don't have much time. I have limited time to record this video. That is the reason why I was showing that they were going like from one place to another and there was nothing behind it. Now that you have done so, what is going to happen with top? It is going to come one down, which means 8 is also at its correct position. Now we will reset index and index plus 1. Is negative 10 greater than 3? No. So we are going to move forward. Is 3 greater than 4? Is 3 greater than 4? No. So we are going to move a bit on top. Is 4 greater than 5? No. So top is going to come down and we are going to say because there was no swapping involved, thus the whole array is sorted in ascending order. And now we are going to see 10 is the biggest number or the largest number, then 8, 5, 4, 3, and minus 10 at the end of the day. Quite simple, right? Now, understand one more thing. It is not necessary that top comes towards this point. If top comes towards 1, this means that everything is sorted, right? And if top is at one point and there was no swapping involved, so that also means that the array is sorted. So this means we have two reasons when we'll say that the array is sorted. So I'll write over here, array is said to be sorted when either of the two conditions are applied, are true. Either of the two conditions is true. It's true. The first condition is, what is the first condition? It says that your top, or I would say there was no swapping, right? If there was no swapping, so array was sorted. The second was if top is equals to 1 or the lower bound. I hope till here things are pretty much clear to you people. You guys know about this. Now I'll tell you why it is called bubble sort. Did you see how things were happening? Like 10, at first it was placed over here. It went on top, right? And then 8 was here. It went from here like this. So it is like a bubble. If you go inside water and then you release your breath, and there is going to be a bubble inside it and it is going to float up, right? So same thing is happening over here. That is the reason why it is called bubble sort. I hope it is clear. Now that we are done with this, let's understand its code. First of all, to understand this code, you need to be very much particular and you cannot start from the starting. Okay. Secondly, this code is quite something that you can keep inside your head and you can rote learn it, because bubble sort was made by some person and it is not going to change. Even if it comes in your examination, there would be few things that you are going to change, and I am going to tell you what are those elements that you need to change. Other than that, each and everything is going to remain the same. Okay. Now, first thing, let's understand the if condition. Let's start from if, and we are going to neglect swap right now. We are going to understand it at the end of the day. If num index is greater than num index plus 1. So we were doing it like this, that if num index was greater than num index plus 1, we were checking it like this, right? So if this is true, so we were swapping it. These are the lines of swapping, right? If you could see it clearly, temp is getting the value of num index. Then because num index has given its value, so it can take the value of num index plus 1. And now when num index plus 1 has given its value to num index, it is going to get the value from temp, which was originally of num index. So the values are going to get swapped. So this is the value, this is the code of swapping, right? So if num index is greater than num index plus 1, you are going to go for swapping, and you are going to say that swap is true. Quite simple, right? Now you are starting the for loop and you were going from index to top minus 1. So why are we going till top minus 1? Why not top? Let's see. If at any point, you could have, like, for an instance, top is here and you are coming, like, you want to go, like, if you are placing index over here, right? Let me get rid of this because it is making, let's keep it here. Okay, if it comes here in the first place, going coming from down, so index would be at top and index plus 1 would be where? At no place. Does index plus 1 exist now? Does 7 exist? No. So you cannot compare it, right? When top is placed here, you cannot go on comparing the values. Like if you come from here and then comes here, and if you go till here, now you're going to say, sir, see, value is coming, but this value is already sorted. Why to check it? So this means that every time when we are solving it, index should remain over here at in top minus 1, because if top is at 3, top minus 1 is going to be 2, right? And this is what I have written here, from 1 to top minus 1. What is the value of top? Whatever the value of top is, you are going to state it in the starting only. Okay, inside the for loop, you are doing the comparisons and you are then ending it up. Simple, right? After going for a run, what were we doing? We were decreasing the value of top, right? Whenever when top was here, we came all the way from here to here. When it was sorted, we were placing value of top from 6 to 5, right? So this is exactly what this line is all about. I hope it is clear. Now, when you guys have learned about this part, let's learn about swap and the repeat until loop. First of all, let's learn about repeat until, and let's learn about this line. If top is equals to 1, which means if top is at the bottom, if top comes all the way from top to here, this means everything that is on top of it is sorted. And obviously, if only one thing is left, it is already sorted, right? It is, you don't need to sort it. It is already sorted. So you don't need to move any further, right? So that is exactly what we have written here. If top is equals to 1, things would be sorted. So you have to terminate the repeat loop. If top is not at 1, so you need to restart and go for the swapping and sorting again, right? Now let's understand the game of swap variable. Swap is written here, swap is written here, swap is written here. If you have swap is equals to false at first, so this means at the starting there was no swapping, right? Then you started off with for loop. If this condition was true, what was happening? We swapped the two places, right? The two elements, and we kept swap as true. If swapping appears even once, this means that as of now, this whole array is not sorted, right? And we are going to come here then, after for loop, after this, we are going to come here, and swap was not false, it was true. This means that this condition is the outcome of this condition is going to be false, right? And you're going to start off with the loop, right? Given that this is already false. Okay, now if in a case when we were discussing over here, and at the end of the day, I think swap was somewhere around here maybe, and it was something of this sort. I guess this was the case. So if we go from 1 to 3, when we went from 1 to 3, was there any sort of swapping involved? No. So swap was false all the time, which means we kept swap as false. We run the code starting from index 1 to top minus 1, but there was no such condition becoming true, right? So this if condition did not run and swap was never placed to be true. Now, after next index, you went for decreasing top and then you checked for swap being false. If it is false, and yes, it is right now because this line never run. So if it is false, then this whole thing this whole thing is going to be having the outcome of true, and repeat until loop is going to get terminated. Thus, your array is sorted. I hope till here things are clear. Now, for ascending and descending, sometimes the examiner is going to ask you for ascending bubble sort and sometimes for descending. For ascending, you should understand one thing. The code that we have designed is from 1 to top, going from 1 to top, right? In this case, if you are going from 1 to, sorry, top minus 1, right? If you're going from in this manner, so this particular line will have the sign of greater than, okay, for ascending. So the if condition, I'm going to copy it from here. It is going to be like this. I hope it is clear. Now, for descending, it is going to be something of this sort. If we go from 1 to top minus 1, it is going to be just the opposite, right? Just the sign is not going to be the opposite. The relation would be of lesser than, okay? You are going to see whether this number is less than this number for descending. Now, I know that you guys know very well about all of these things. If the examiner ever tricks you and he asks you, for an instance, let me keep this part here. Okay. If I go for the second one, if I say from top, coming from top to the bottom, or 1, or I won't write 1, I would write 2, right? Coming from top to 2, what you should be writing? If he says from top to 2, so there is a trick to deal with it. You know that these two are swapped now, right? If these two are swapped, then use the descending one over here and it is going to work as ascending. Because if I think of ascending from 1 to top, in reverse it is going to be descending, and like this it would be ascending. We have written the code for ascending, and if he asks us to go from top towards 1 or 2, so we have to go and write the code of descending. So we are just going to take it from here and we are going to go till, we are going to write it over here like this. I hope things are clear inside your head. If someone is thinking, sir, why have you written 2? You need to understand that if we were going from bottom to top, we were going till top 5, right? Because top minus 1 was 5. And in the other case, if you are going from top to bottom, so you have to go till 2, right? So it is going to be, say, top to bottom minus bottom plus 1. Okay. So it is going to be from top to, I would say, top to bottom, not bottom, bottom plus 1. Okay. And over here, I'll write bottom to top. Now, with the other one, if I go for top to bottom plus 1 over here, it is going to be, what are we going to paste? We are going to paste this line. Simple. So I know that it is going to be a bit hectic for you people, but once you practice it once or twice, it is going to be inside your head. I'm telling you. Quite easy. Simple. Right? So if this code is here and he says the array has 15 size, so I'm going to write 15 over here, and he says in ascending order, I'm going to place this as greater than. Simple. If he says size is 20 and I know I want to go for descending order, I'll write 20 and I'll write descending order. Simple. If he says the size is 30 and you have to go in the reverse order, you have to go for ascending. So I'll write 30, and in the reverse he says ascending. So I'll just go for descending. Okay. I hope it is clear, because the reverse of ascending for us is descending. Simple. The code is not going to change. Only these two are going to change. Simple as that. Last but not the least, the significance of variable swap. The swap variable ensures that when no swapping is taking place, no swapping took place, the array is sorted. Now comes the best part. Even if top does not reach, did not reach its opposite end. Swap variable makes bubble sort code to be an efficient one. So by using swap variable, you are basically trying to make the bubble sort code an efficient bubble sort code. So it is going to run efficiently. I hope that you guys have understood each and everything. See you guys around in the next lecture. Till then, do take care of yourself and do pray for me.